All right, this last one's kind of a tricky one. Let's try to graph this and see what happens, okay? Because the situation is we're not gonna have space on the graph. So I'm gonna start at 3, like I always do. Now my rise here, my rise over run, so this is, because it's a whole number, my rise over run is 4 over 1. Now what happens is 1, 2, 3, oh, I ran out of graph, right? Now look, let's pretend for a second I had a bigger graph. Let's just kind of like eyeball it, like this was 4, like I'm going up 1, 2, 3, 4 over 1. So here's the thing, I kind of know where the line's gonna be. It's gonna look something like this. So just imagine it for a second and think, how could we get that line accurately if I'm out of space on the graph? And the thing is that what I want you to observe is like, see this? See how I went up 2 over 1? I'm sorry, up 2 over 3? Look, I want you to notice the line also goes down 2, left 3, right? If it goes up 2, right 3, it also goes down 2, left 3. The line goes both directions. So same here. Here, this line goes down 2 over to, it goes down 2, right 1. It also goes up 2, left 1, up 2, left 1. Okay, that's true for all lines. They're going to go both directions. So what we do is if we get this situation where we're like, oh, I can't go up 4, right 1. I can't do that, right? Remember, this would be up and right. Okay, here I'm going to use the arrows. What we do is we do the exact opposite. Okay, and here's like numerically, here's the way of looking at it. This is 4 divided by 1. It's positive, right? Because a positive divided by positive is positive. This is also positive 4. This is a negative divided by negative, which is negative, okay? But notice what I'm going to do is I'm going to go the opposite direction for both of these. So instead of going up 4, right 1, I'm going to realize, oh, the line goes the other way too. So instead of going up 4, right 1, I'm going to go down 4, negative 4, left 1, negative 1, right? So you can think of it visually. Look, I'm going to do the opposite. Instead of going up, I'm going down. Instead of going right, I'm going left. Or you can think of it as numbers. Oh, this was positive and positive. I made this negative and negative, okay? So I'm going to go down 4, right 1. And you can see that when I sketch this line from going down 4, right 1, that it looks correct, right? Like you can see, like, there it is. There's where my point would have been. I still was able to graph the line. Okay. Now here's one with a negative fraction. Let's not be scared. We're just going to address this the same way. We're going to start at negative 5. What we'd like to do, right, what we've learned to do is put the negative on the top like this. And so what I want to do is go down 3, right 2, but I can't, I don't have space. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do the opposite. Now, numerically, I'm going to say, oh, this is a negative divided by a positive, that's a negative, that's a negative. But I can also do a positive divided by a negative. And it's the same, right? This is ultimately, if I put this in my calculator and this in my calculator, I get the same. Go ahead, you can even try it. Negative 3 divided by 2 is negative 1.5. 3 divided by negative 2, also negative 1.5. So instead of going down 3 and right 2, now I'm going to go up 3 and left 2. And I have space on my graph to do that. Up 3, left 2. Look, I can even do it again. Up 3, left 2. Okay? So sometimes you have to just reverse direction in order to be able to fit on the graph. And the thing to notice is that, look, if I'm going down 3, right 2, I can't just be like, oh, forget going down 3, right 2. I'm just gonna go up 3, right 2. That would give me the wrong line, right? You have to reverse both directions. If instead of going down, you're going up, then instead of going right, you have to go left, right? You have to reverse both directions, both the rise and the run.